listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
In the words of good old JR, Seth Rollins, you Jezebel! Welcome to the Monday Night Raw After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm Jonny Loquasto.
Boo!
And I'm so somber right now. Find me on Twitter at JQuasto. I'm going to kick it over to the lovely lady next to me. You can find her on Twitter at Cathy Kelley, giving the pageant wave to you all, just like Batista did tonight. She's Cathy Kelley.
Hey!
Across from me, who says Zack Ryder doesn't get camera time? He is showing it right now. Find him on Twitter at The Walking Dale. He's always vest for business. He is Dale Rutledge.
Now I'm going to put this shirt in the closet for 2 months.
Oh, until you needed to get squashed by somebody. Damn it, I don't want to. Anyways, next to him, special guest, first timer of the show, brand new friend of the show. Hey. You may recognize him as Johnny Unitas from the newly canceled sitcom The Neighbors. Condolences on that.
That's right.
It had a nice run.
Nice for 2 years.
It had a really nice 2 years. Very funny comedian. Find him on Twitter at Trick Sully. He is Patrick O'Sullivan.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Where did Trick Sully? What's the deal with that Twitter?
That is a origination of the idea when I thought I could be a white rapper a long time ago.
Hey, Johnny thought he was a white rapper.
I actually did on my comedy album, which many of our listeners got, and I thank you for it. So wait,
I had the white part down.
Trick Sully. Yeah. So Trick Sully was a rap name.
Sure, still is, right?
Yeah, why not? How long ago did you try to like spit some rhymes? Was it consistent, like you do it occasionally, even today?
You are so white.
Yeah.
How long ago did you try to spit some rhymes?
You've got mad skills out here.
I did.
Okay.
I laid that funky beat.
I heard you got the ill flow.
I used to freestyle, you know.
It's weird this didn't work out for either of you.
Yeah, well,
But Trick Sully is a solid name, though.
nobody ever gets it.
No, I don't get it. I just think it's a cool name.
It's just half of my names. Patrick O'Sullivan.
Well, it's spelled with an S-U-L, so it's kind of odd.
So is my name.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, good point. I'm a little
Got a smart one over here.
I'm a little thrown off right now. I'm sorry.
Rapper and teacher are out for you as career options.
Yeah, I do not know. I know how to spell Mississippi only because of the way we were taught when we were 6.
Football.
Yeah, but otherwise.
Football.
Where do we start? Indianapolis, Indiana. As if they already had to deal with the Pacers getting knocked out from the Heat this week, and then they got made fun of twice
in a row.
Yeah, apparently no one told Bo at all.
It would have been a good heads up, I feel.
They had to deal with that, and then we get the ending of Raw, which, man, it's funny because we were talking about how, you know, usually a Raw after a pay-per-view has a little bit more excitement to it. Well, damn.
Seems like save that seasoning for the end.
Jesus, that's a lot of seasoning salt. Those fries are cooked.
The crowd was crazy tonight, though, for pretty much every segment.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to Indy. You guys were awesome. Well, we start and end with Evolution. Let's start off as Evolution hits the ring. Triple H, Batista, they're in suits. Orton, though, he's ready to rumble. He was hanging in tights all night.
You know, he only owns one suit, and it's like being dry cleaned or something.
That's true. He did tell us that in the Wrestling Butt Slam cast.
I love that Batista carried over from 24 hours ago. You should have worn a blue suit just to keep it going on, really.
He was angry, too. He lashed out on Twitter at the fans.
You don't like Batista either?
No, he's like, we put on a great match, and all you care about is the color that I wear. And we're like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to say, it's interesting. Only with Batista
There are so many memes.
are people so critical of what he wears in ring attire or otherwise.
I thought it looked cool. I still think it was funny.
Yeah, it wasn't bad to me. I just am surprised how big of a reaction it always gets.
I think it's because people that are supposed to be like comical would wear something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I also think it's the fans know that it gets to him. If Batista, see, Cena doesn't care. Cena clearly is unaffected. If Batista, he just showed that little bit of annoyance like a month or two ago.
it's like when your mom always said if you were getting picked on when you're a kid, just ignore them. Just ignore them and they'll stop. They'll stop. And he just keeps...
Like, Mom, it's so hard.
If they make fun of you, they're not good friends, Dale. They're just not your friends.
But I don't like it.
Was that your kid voice?
That's my kid voice, yeah.
I need some milk.
You need to get rid of those allergies is what you got to get rid of.
A lot of allergies.
My God. Oh, man. So, yeah, Batista was really upset at the fans, still not pleased about it. And maybe that took, you know, a toll on him because he made a decision tonight where Triple H basically says, I never lose, I win. This is not over. Even though everyone thought it was over because the Shield, second pay-per-view in a row, last night a clean sweep, taking care of Evolution. That's when Batista grabs the mic and he says, I'm done with the Shield and I want my one-on-one rematch for the title. Triple H is like, nah, bruh. Daniel Bryan can't wrestle. Can't give you that title shot. And Batista's like, I don't care about your plan. Because the Triple H is like, I have a bigger picture here. I want to get stuff done. But Batista's like, you know what? Nah, I don't care about your plan. Because I quit. Pageant wave, Cathy. There it goes.
It wasn't real. Like, a pageant wave is like this.
Oh, is it?
His was like...
Well, what do you... That's his interpretation of...
Wrist.
I thought that wave made him likable.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oddly so. Yeah.
I couldn't tell if fans were chanting... If they were cheering him. I couldn't tell if they were cheering him because he was quitting or because he was cool.
Both?
I think, yeah, it was a little mix.
Mixture?
They were like, don't leave. We really like to hate you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. If he comes back just to fight Evolution, they'd be on his side.
Oh, yeah. And he's got to walk to the ring doing the wave. Like, as his entrance every time. No?
I think he should have one of those WrestleMania 3s, like, carriers to the ring, where he's like a little miniature ring.
Yeah, it is more of a king wave, like a old king characters did that, didn't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe when he comes back again, they can immediately have him win King of the Ring.
Hey.
It'll be great.
That'd be amazing. But Triple H flips out. He's screaming at him for him to come back. Doesn't do it. Batista walks out backstage. Tom Phillips is like, yo, man, what's going on? What just happened there? Batista says there's been too much crap. Been promised too much, and it's all been crap. He did say crap like 9 times.
It felt very real.
Yeah.
It was real. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I like it because we all knew this was coming because of him having to promote Guardians of the Galaxy. He also got signed on for doing another movie. So we knew this was coming, but the way that this happened, it definitely caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it quite like this. And he felt, like you said, Cathy, felt pretty real when he was going out.
I thought that it would be a couple more weeks until he
me
left
too.
and that his goodbye would be a little bit different, but...
Speaking of real... Courtney Banks 16 just tweeted me a picture
I saw that.
of Roman Reigns' back.
Ooh.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
That's through a flak jacket. I mean, they took it off, but still.
Well, the chair was bent into a L shape, so I'm not surprised.
And, you know, the bruises kick in about 20 minutes after personal experience of getting hit with a chair.
It looked like a couple of them, when they took out the flak jacket, it looked like a couple had already started forming. And
oh, my God.
Yeah.
By the way, we're having a bunch of people saying they can't get the link. Is it?
The website's not up right now.
Still not up? Jesus.
I mean, it's going through back and forth. It takes a while to... We have 5,000 episodes of shows.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was told we were going live, so I tweeted we were going live. I guess it was my mistake.
But
what do we tell people?
We have 5,000 episodes of shows, and each of them is an individual post, so it's going to take a while to get the website back up.
Oh.
I apologize.
So we're not live
No.
at all. Phil, is that correct?
No one can
That
hear
is
what you're
correct.
saying right now, so they're all listening after the
Great.
fact, so we should move on with the show.
Nobody knows about my rap career yet.
All right,
Not yet.
I'll put the tweet out.
And as soon as this
Jeez
is over, they
Louise.
still won't be quite sure.
By tomorrow morning, they're gonna know where to.
Album drops July 19th.
All right, what's it called? Blank.
I can't even get it out.
Insert name here.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So basically, Batista quits. Triple H is determined. I mean, our thought at that point is like, well, yeah, it makes sense. Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's still a little early for that, even though usually promotion is about a month ahead of a movie.
Didn't you guys say that he was filming another movie, though?
Yeah. So maybe he's going to. I think he might have been growing the beard out for that role,
Yeah.
and then he'll be promoting Guardians after that.
I mean, regardless, I'm sure he wants some time off to just rest before he goes on the road to promote
Yeah.
a movie, especially one of that caliber.
Take a break from touring the world to go tour the world again.
They did two very conventional ways of quitting your job back to back with Brie Bella and Batista. They've actually said, I quit, rather than
Maybe
them
Batista's
disappearing.
pregnant,
Yeah.
and that's why he's...
Is he pregnant?
That is the rumor.
That's my theory with Brie.
Baby Tista.
Oh, nice.
The burrito baby.
He's probably having a few burritos if he's out of the ring.
Oh man. So yeah, so that happened, and we're all waiting to see. You know, Batista just kind of storms out. Is he going to come back? None of us know. Next, we move on. First match of the night: Sheamus and RVD versus Cesaro and Bad News Barrett. Kind of like almost the two rematches combined into a tag match. Paul Heyman kind of just took over on commentary.
True.
As he do.
As he do. Just the one. I usually agree with a lot of what Heyman says. What he's saying about Sheamus winning, to me, is so dumb. He's like, Sheamus shows up for a fight and he wins with a roll up. I'm like, oh, you're mad because he used a wrestling move to win.
Right.
Sore loser.
It was a match. It wasn't a fight. It was a match.
Yeah.
He's just bitter.
I know, but it's just funny that he kept using that over and over again, and then
Oh, he never repeats himself.
Never. Never at all. But pretty good match, though. Sheamus gets rolling for a while, sets it for the brogue on Cesaro. Cesaro just takes off. Him and Heyman hightail it out of there, leave Barrett by himself. RVD tags in, brogue kick, 5-star splash. W.
Team Green.
Bad news.
Team Green wide. Trick Sully.
Team Green won. Sheamus representing Ireland. RVD representing weed.
The 420.
Greens unite.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
Sheamus was on fire in this match.
Yeah, he looked great.
He was really. I think he should have picked up the win. I mean, his team picked up the win, but I don't know. I guess they're setting up RVD rematch for main event, as we saw later in the show. But I don't really like Bad News Barrett losing. This is a second time in a week span, technically. From SmackDown, he lost to Sheamus, and now he's lost to RVD in this.
Yeah, that's. I mean, obviously he won last night, which is, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's winning when
More
it
significant.
counts, but
Yeah, I think he had a lot of momentum going.
That's the thing.
Yeah, when he's coming to the ring, I'm like, wow, the crowd's really in him. He's got the character down. He's got this whole swagger going. And then, yeah, to see him just lose like that.
Also
weird.
didn't say much tonight. It said nothing, actually.
he had one of those in
That's true.
whatever that's called.
Yeah.
The little screen on the right.
That's a technical
yeah.
term.
Yeah.
The old 80s throwback.
The doodad.
Picture in picture, right? Picture
They got
in
that
picture.
doodad in the corner.
Got that pip.
That little doodad pip. Next, we have a segment that I'll be honest, I loved it until I knew he was going to get knocked out. Lance Stevenson, star guard, but free agent for the Indiana Pacers, who there's a good chance he might be leaving because he's kind of wearing out his welcome for all the sports fans out there. Dale.
Hey.
Lance Stevenson, otherwise known as maybe Damian Sandow.
Oh, it was Damian Sandow.
That's who it was,
He was such a
yes.
dead ringer for Lance Stevenson.
Total dead ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you would have thought that was the guy blowing in LeBron's ear during the playoffs. So you couldn't tell. Same dude.
Wait, this is still basketball, right?
Yes, exactly.
It got weird for a second.
He got weird during the playoffs. He was doing anything to get under LeBron's skin, and it didn't work because LeBron just dunked on his ass.
But is that legal? Can you
Blow on someone?
blow
during a
some guy
match?
while you're playing?
No, the refs didn't see it, but the cameras did, and so they just. It was one of those things that went viral, and then like he was touching his face, just doing really annoying things. But LeBron's above all
It's
that.
like when the refs in the wrestling ring don't see something.
Yeah.
Oh, so
You
that's
get
that's
away
a
with
that's
it.
a legit
He's like
thing.
a heel.
He is. A heel.
Steven's
What a
the
jerk.
big heel.
I hate Lance Stevenson.
Yeah, I love Damian Sandow. Not the same person, but okay. Hits the ring. He says LeBron James is the greatest basketball player in history. The Pacers are losers, and I'm going to give a public display of my skills. Cue the Globetrotter kind of music. Basketball, just trying to do weird things with the ball, which is hard to do in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, can't dribble it, I suppose.
Yeah. And then what do we hear next, Dale?
Where?
That's right. Big Show, which we didn't even realize had been gone for a while.
Big long time.
Big long time.
Since Mania. Well, what did he do in Mania? Did he didn't have
He
a
was
match.
in the. He almost won the award thing.
I'm getting dementia. Right. I don't think we really haven't seen him since Mania.
Yeah. And we didn't really notice until right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. I love Show, but yeah, you're right. It's I don't know.
He's just never the underdog, so you're never rooting for. I'm glad that he's there, but you're never like, I hope Big Show takes somebody else.
He was the underdog when Steph had that whole thing with him like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So.
I love that when he was getting his house foreclosed and all that stuff.
She's the only person that can do that to him.
It's tough to add dimensions to that character, you know?
Yeah.
But he's the giant.
That's very true.
You know?
So Lance gets on the mic and he says, "How dare you interrupt? I'm trying to show off my skills." There's the whole "I got the rock, now it's time to start the clock." Gets in Show's face. Next thing you know, the ball goes to the belly, and a WMD, and then a WM dunk. I don't know. What's going on with Sandow?
He's getting airtime.
Yeah?
It's got to lead to something. I mean, he's a smart dude.
Yeah.
I don't see creative doing this without it leading to having some sort of end game.
I hope so.
Yeah, especially after he had that tantrum during the pre-show a few weeks ago.
So there's so many similarities between Damian Sandow and Alicia Fox's character right now. Because if you noticed, he was throwing these temper tantrums, stealing the mic at the last pay-per-views pre-show, and then she started doing that. And then tonight, she was like, "Silence! Silence! I said silence!" And I was like, are you just copying everything that Damian Sandow is doing? Because it's working.
It's working real well, so keep it up.
So
I think they're just letting her riff, and that's just what is popping in her brain.
Yeah.
setting up a Sandow Alicia Fox feud.
And then the next Raw, she'll be like, really? Really, audience?
Oh, wow. And then she'll be starring in the Marine 5. So,
Hey.
there you go. I don't know what's happening. Like when Sandow did that on the pre-show, man, I was so stoked. I'm like, I would love to see a rebellious Sandow. And now, the last couple weeks, we're just getting characters from whatever city we're in.
Yeah.
I think that it worked so well with Magneto, and they're trying to get that again. And that was just
This was a
the
lot better
best.
than Davy Crockett, I gotta say.
Yeah.
This at least was topical and
Very topical.
you know, hit
Well,
some
you know
nerves.
that as a Lance
I mean, as
Stevenson
much
fan.
as I love basketball, I
Right.
can say this is a really good time to talk about it. So
It's a tough act to keep up, though, city to city, and keep, you know.
Yeah.
and make it feel fresh.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I mean, they've done this type of gimmick so many times. Like, I'm in your city making fun of your stuff.
It never gets old,
it's
though.
easy.
It's just super. Yeah.
It doesn't get old, but it's easy.
The stuff of like yelling into Josh's microphone and stuff like that, like that's a much more interesting way to do this gimmick that we hadn't really seen before. But this kind of dress up as whoever.
That's why I'm wondering if it's going to get to the point where he's going to say, like, I was forced to do this every week. I didn't want to do it. It was my job. I was, you know, because otherwise, why flip out like that and then all of a sudden conform into doing these characters every week?
Maybe it goes back to him being a heel and be like, you guys are so stupid that you think that this is entertainment, me dressing up like this. Well, I just showed you, you know, like, I'm smarter than that, and I know that this is what's going to get me on TV because...
But he gets beat up every damn time. He ends up getting knocked out every time he does something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love seeing Sandow, but I would just like to see it go somewhere. Like, he's got to be in the Money in the Bank, right? Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, just like I thought Ziggler had to be.
Oh, don't even...
Spoiler.
Anyways, so Lance Stevenson gets knocked out and possibly may never be seen in Indianapolis ever again. Kofi Kingston's in the ring next. After being destroyed by the Demon Kane last night. Supposed to have a match with Bo Dallas. Tonight the match actually happens. Kofi in control for much of it, but eventually Bo hits the Bo Dog gets the W. I don't know. I like Kofi.
I like Kofi. I could go for a good cup of Kofi right now.
Yeah. I don't know. What's the deal with Bo? Kathy, you watched. I mean, you.
So him on NXT, I've been loving his character ever since
It's gone now.
What?
It's gone
I
from
mean,
NXT
he's not
now.
on NXT anymore. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love the fact that every time after he lost, he just had such a temper tantrum.
Right.
And the last time he was on NXT a couple weeks ago, just his exit was phenomenal. And I don't know that it's completely translating over to Raw. Right now, it's just kind of like a make fun of the city for their team.
Which was just done 10 minutes prior.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really. They should have said
And he had done
something.
it the
I
night
feel
before.
like.
He did it the night before with the LA Kings versus Blackhawks. So I kind of like him, you know, coaching other guys. Everyone has that at work. Like the one guy who says that they can do their job better than you and they can't. They're just delusional.
Yeah.
So go with that. Like that's your strong suit. It's, you know, go out there and tell the other wrestlers like, or, you know, rag on the best wrestler that WWE has, like the one that everyone you say like, oh well, you know, Daniel Bryan, like I guess you all like him, but he's really not that good. Like, you know, I'm gonna show you what a real wrestler's like, and then go and lose the match and be like, that wasn't, something went wrong, and then like blame like the one thing that has nothing to do with it.
I feel like it's the type of character that if it's going to work, it's going to be a slow burn, you know, because I think the point obviously is to make him so annoying that he gets real heat, not just like you're annoying, go away heat.
Question is though, does he have the mic skills to become that annoying? He seems rather limited to me so
At
far.
NXT, he's been, I mean, I think the last time he was on there 2 weeks ago, he was completely improving, and it was so good.
Well, if his brother can coach him, I mean, Bray Wyatt's his brother.
He's also really young,
Yeah.
so
True.
to be debuting for a second time.
What is
on
he,
the main roster,
25?
I think like 23.
And
Okay.
23, 24.
he looks to me when he wrestles like such, obviously because it's his blood, but such a combination if you go back and watch videos of Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, because you know his father's Mike Rotunda,
Right.
and his mom is Barry Windham's sister,
Yeah.
and he's such a perfect combination.
Talk about a
It's
pedigree.
crazy.
Jesus. I mean, really? Your dad's IRS, your uncle is Barry Windham?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your brother is Bray Wyatt. Like,
Yeah. I know. Wow. Right.
you got it. You can't lose with that.
He does seem young.
He
Yeah.
is young.
Yeah. It's a slow burn. Slow burn. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt right now.
I want Bo leaving to get over. Definitely do. It's just hard because when you look at the dude, it's like he's gonna have to start winning. So far, he's won legit. He's gonna have to start winning underhandedly, I think. Right?
That's what he was doing on NXT, is he wasn't, you know, winning without doing something evil.
I mean, the interesting part was him throwing the tantrums and stuff. So it'd be nice that, I don't know, him and Adam Rose and Rusev are all on a winning streak currently. So it's a lot of guys to not be losing right now. So of those, I feel like Bo is probably should go the soonest to the losing side.
Seems
or at
like
least.
so many have debuted recently. It's hard to make all of them succeed.
Yeah. Without feeling like you're forcing it onto.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're trying to see who sinks and who swims.
Rises to the top.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They have to. I mean, you have 80 people in NXT, and then you have a roster you want to know who you can
Right.
use or not use.
I wonder if he feels more of the pressure because his brother is soaring. You know,
Wow.
so it's a tough gig.
They have a sister too, Mika, I think.
I
her
mean,
name
he
is.
was at the top of his game at NXT. He was the longest NXT champ. 200 and something days.
But as we know, it's not always an easy transition.
No,
Emma and others.
I still like Emma.
I love Emma. Just saying, it hasn't been the smoothest transition. Not necessarily her fault.
She's adorable.
Yeah. She didn't need the Santino teaming. We all know that at this
No.
point.
I think they've figured that out now at this point.
That's absolutely.
Yeah.
Backstage, Renee Young, hoping to talk to Triple H. Stephanie comes out and says she's about to make a huge announcement, so stay tuned as she hits the ring. She said last night Daniel Bryan showed his true colors, and Bree should have been fired weeks ago because you put your hands on a boss, you're getting canned. I've never pushed a boss. Have you guys?
Canned or caned?
Either
Which
one.
was it?
Actually, some bosses you're allowed to Singapore cane your employees, but that's in a different country. Yeah, it's but generally in Singapore. I think it's a lunch break for them. So yeah, she says Brie should have been fired weeks ago. I mean, she's got a point. She says if Daniel Bryan can compete at Money in the Bank, he will face Kane for the title. But if he can't, a Money in the Bank ladder match will be for the vacated title, and that's what John Cena's music hits. Things get interesting. This is the best Cena. This is the most sense Cena has made on the microphone in quite some time. Don't you think?
Yeah, but just it's the same thing. It's coming from him.
It's similar, but he's saying he's like they always have their voice to be heard. And, and he said it's about your ego, and Daniel Bryan has proven himself, and what I love what he said is like you've made a mockery of the title, and he brings up a good point. Like her and Triple H have been making the title all about them, and it's been kind of like a
prop
tarnished. Yeah. So he brought up really good. I thought that was really well said.
Yeah, I liked it. I think he comes to Daniel Bryan's defense pretty often, but knowing that they are both involved with the Bella Twins, I guess I kind of believe that they are a little more friendly than maybe some of the rest of the roster, because I know they've spent like Christmas together and stuff like that. I think
basically it's brother-in-laws now, right? Kind of
I mean, Nikki and John aren't married, but
right.
But I don't know. I liked this from Cena. It's good to see him when he is this serious character. I like it better when he stays in it rather than when he kind of flip-flops and like, I'm being a funny guy, bang 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 bang, and now I'm serious. I don't know.
And I think he had one of the best John Cena punchlines I've heard, possibly the best one all year, easily.
Which one?
When he's like, look, we've all been out because of injuries. We've all had surgeries. You have had surgeries.
Oh, yeah.
Then follows it up with a pun saying, I'm going to lock it up in the chest.
Yep.
What?
Because she had a boob job.
Hi-yo.
Kudos, Cena.
Yeah, that was
Loved
pretty good.
It.
That was pretty good.
Followed up. Not only was it funny, followed it up with the tag. Loved it.
It's good joke structure.
It was very good joke structure.
As we know from the
And Stephanie loved it, you could tell. She had a hard time not cracking up.
Does she still have fake boobs?
They're massive. Yeah. I'm sure they've been.
I think she's just a hell of a woman.
She's a great woman. She's a Jezebel.
I do.
Yeah. But yeah, they're there.
They're still I don't
Oh no, she has.
I wasn't sure if she got them taken out.
No, she has breasts for sure.
Okay.
We all know that. He says after you made an embarrassment of this title, I'm going to give you a job performance review. 0 to 10, I give you a 0, and a 0 says you suck. And she's like, I don't care. I care about creating opportunity. So tonight you get to show how tough you are when you face the Demon Kane. Payback's a bitch, John. But then again, so am I. Bang, bang.
She said it.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Thoughts?
It was good.
This whole segment was pretty great. I feel like the Kane Cena follow-up match to this was a little lackluster compared to how great that in-ring promo was.
It lasted like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay, that's
I think also the way that Cena commands the crowd, like what we were saying earlier, is Batista, he gets angry when the crowd boos him, whereas Cena, when they're doing those like really, really loud let's go Cena sucks chants where they can't even talk while they're in the ring because they can't hear themselves, he turns it around and he's like, you know what, it doesn't matter because you're all here to have a good time. I understand that. I'm fine with you guys chanting whatever you want to chant, and then he goes on.
Yeah.
He picks himself back up. So
Yep.
that is the way to do it.
Any publicity is good publicity. Cena
Absolutely.
believes it. Batista, you got a problem with it.
It's better for anyone to boo you than to not have any reaction.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, you do not want to be. We see enough
Forgettable.
guys that get no reaction.
As JR would say, you don't want to be Switzerland.
Yeah, unless you're Cesaro from Switzerland, then you're doing all right for yourself. But no, we see it all the time. I mean, over the course of a 3-hour Raw, we see matches where we're like, I mean, Curtis Axel dealt with that for months, just to name one person. You know, now him and now as Reb Axel, I think they get a kind of a reaction.
Yeah,
Well, Skull Caps
Goldberg.
will do that.
Yeah, hey, Goldberg chants, I guess, are
Even if they chant somebody else's name, you're still relevant.
yeah.
If it has to do with you.
You make them think about someone.
Yeah.
But like you said, Kane versus Cena, a few minutes. Kane gets DQ'd, attacks Cena. Cena fights back, and he's got a new thing. He throws the stairs, and it's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, I like it.
I can't imagine that's... Is there an easy way to get hit by those stairs? I mean, the way he...
Woo, Bray sold it great. I don't know if it was easy.
That was like a 15-foot launch last night.
How much do you think those weigh?
I
They
hear...
said 45 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what they said.
Yeah,
but I
so
don't-
10.
I feel
Oh,
like
no,
that's...
those are
Really?
heavy.
Yeah, they gotta step
they're
up.
steel
Yeah.
chair or steel stairs.
They're hollow as well.
They're hollow.
But still, it's you have to have it thick enough to. I would guess that they're between 45 and 60 pounds.
I mean, I'm picturing lifting up a 45-pound like plate at the gym. That would be really hard to throw.
And tossing it like 20 feet.
Yeah, to your buddy, like, hey man, tighten the core. You know? But Cena just, oh my God. And the trajectory he had to just, I mean, Wyatt, granted, I found a way to block it, but like Kane tonight, there's no easy way to be hit with those stairs. But somewhere along the line, Cena came up with the idea, and they were like, all right, let's practice. Or maybe you
Hopefully.
don't. I guess. But damn, I mean...
But Kane has a mask and a weave for padding.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I feel bad for Kane a little bit. I feel like he's gotten kind of lost in the shuffle due to Daniel Bryan's injury.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like hanging out, waiting for
People weren't a huge fan of the Kane-Daniel Bryan thing to begin with, but now it's like, all right, he's in line for the title.
Yeah.
Which tells me it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it almost feels like it doesn't really fit the storyline right now, but it spiced that up. The history of their relationship, you know, when they were a tag team. They should involve that more.
They really should have.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
know why
no,
they...
no.
I find that more intriguing than the whole demon thing, right?
Bring back the doctor.
I met Dr. Shelby at Raw, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a nice guy.
That's a really good story.
Shut up, Dale. I'm just saying I met Dr. Shelby. He's a good guy.
Special guest referee, Dr. Shelby.
Right? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I honestly don't think Daniel Bryan's neck will be ready in 4 weeks. I think it's too much of a risk, but I guess we'll see over the coming weeks how things go. Renee Young then is backstage with Randy Orton, says, what happened? He said, well, Batista took his ball home, but I just had a meeting with Triple H, and tonight I'm facing Roman Reigns. That is going to be the main event. What is not the main event? Next is Los Matadores. They're in the ring. 3MB comes out. Heath Slater says, good news, they found some Miracle Grow for Hornswoggle's dome. And he comes out with a pretty sweet Black Dynamite style afro.
With a pick in it.
Of course.
Rockin' rough and stuff with his afro puff.
Hey, rock on with your bad self.
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah, go ahead. Give us your thoughts.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of good things to say about this particular situation.
It says Afro Swaggle on his paper. Not even Swaggle.
I was trying to combine to me. Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Afro Swaggle.
Well, that's all I got. How about you guys?
I don't even know, honestly, what the official match was. Was it a 6-man? Was it a tag? I don't know. It happened so fast.
I don't think Horny and Torito were in it.
Okay, well,
I don't think so.
Torito pulled off his afro, and he flipped out, and that gave Los Matadores a roll-up for the
I would
win.
flip out too if my hair looked like that.
I can't believe they're making him keep it all jacked up.
Hopefully, like by after tomorrow night, he'll be able to
gotta
shave
be.
it.
Yeah.
For good.
Because that's just me.
He looked like Kane the first time he took his mask off. Remember that? When he had like the weird bald patches and the hair. Ugh.
They could make a new Kane mask out of the hair.
Oh my God. Let him be Mini Demon.
It looks painful.
Mini Demon. Right?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Yeah, that man, it happened. Will this feud end? We don't know.
Maybe never.
Kids love it.
I would think they would.
It's cute.
I think they would.
I don't hate it. It's just weird a little.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Yeah. Well, technically anything PG's for the kids. So yeah, Los Matadores for the win. 3MB once again on the losing end. Just once, I want to see them.
They've won a couple times.
Sure.
Somewhere. Let's look it up. Yeah, look, see?
Right.
That time.
They've had victories that one. Remember that time? Nikki Bella is on a 1-on-2 what's it called?
Handicap
match versus Oksana and Alicia Fox. It lasts about 2 minutes. Nikki pretty much gets destroyed. Alicia Fox finishes her off for the win, then proceeds to pick her up and does that new thing. It's almost like a side, like she's going for a sidewalk slam, and she just carries you out and throws you through the second rope. Not an easy fall.
No, Paige did that last night. She bumped off the apron and then fell on the floor. That looked harsh. And then Nikki just fell all the way to the floor.
Yeah.
Which, ugh.
That's got to be to know that's happening. Like, well, here goes nothing.
Well, there's too many cast members on Total Divas, so they have to make sure that people start getting injured.
Yeah, it's a good point. Or pregnant, one of those two.
Yeah. But then there'll be more people in the cast.
Like a baby?
Pregnant because there's a baby.
Oh, baby.
And if they break something, then that's more people in a cast.
Whoa!
Zing!
That's all, folks.
Send your comments to @TheWalkingDale. Yeah.
So this was punishment, right? Is that what the deal was? This is like taking it out on Nikki, what Brie did to Stephanie?
Of course.
Yeah.
And they continue to beat on her
They did
outside
it on
the
the
ring.
app, I think is where they announced
I see.
the match. Stephanie was there.
Oksana seemed like a little non-committal to this beatdown, though. She was like, "Yeah, here's a kick. Fox, could you?"
Doesn't want to be the sidekick.
Yeah, it was something weird about that.
She looked like she was gonna pop one of Nikki's boobs, though.
I know. Be
outside the ring.
careful.
Yeah.
Lord, those are expensive. I mean, she said she paid like $6,500.
It looks like it could give fuel, though, for Nikki being mad at Brie, like leaving her behind, if they want to do that in the future.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Could
can't be
be.
the Bella twins when there's only one twin.
Yeah. We're a team.
Where's twin magic?
They haven't been able to. Those
like-
boobs kind of ruined that, by the way.
She's like, my gear says 02, and there's no 01.
There's no O2 without O1. I don't know what the deal is with Brie anyways. I mean, obviously the floating rumor is that she's trying to get pregnant or whatever, but
Well, I started that.
Yeah, I mean,
no, we're perpetuating it,
the
right?
floating
Right now.
rumor was Cathy saying it an hour and a half ago.
I wrote it, so when we were doing our email for the predictions for Payback last night, I noticed that she hasn't really wrestled much in the last 2 months. She's had about 1 or 2 matches, and she hasn't really been involved in the last match that she was in.
Right.
So I thought that since they're starting to film season 3, is either she's pregnant or the storyline is that she's trying to get pregnant, so the doctors are saying you can't wrestle for a little bit, and that's why she quit. So she'll still be able to be there to support Daniel Bryan, but she's not going to wrestle for a while. She's not going to be put in matches.
Could be.
Yeah.
I agree. I think whatever it is, I definitely think it relates more to Total Divas than it does to
Yes.
Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Storyline.
the question is where does the Divas title go from here? You know, Paige took care of Alicia Fox last night. I would like to see Alicia Fox continue something. I don't want it to be a one and done. You know, because she was in control for most of that match, and then Paige, of course, it's been like that. You know, Paige, of course, pulls out a victory, last second.
Even with losing, she's like one of the most talked about divas there.
I think right now she's the most.
Yeah.
Who, Fox?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Like not being on Total Divas, so not getting that push, and not winning, not being the Divas champion, she's still the most talked about person right now.
and we haven't seen Alicia Fox even complain about not being on Total Divas yet. I would like to see her craziness go to that level. Like, I'm the diva, you know, like.
I should have my own reality show.
I think I love it. And with Paige, I mean, it's weird because Paige is the Divas champion, but I feel like she's just kind of lost right now. And maybe the whole thing with AJ was unexpected. I don't know where she is or what she's doing, but I just feel like they didn't have a plan for Paige. Like, let's just put the title on her and just let her go.
Yeah. I think what's tricky about that is that the average wrestling fan isn't aware
Of her background?
of her skill as a wrestler,
Right.
and that they have to sell the divas first as these likable characters before, even though her skill is exceptional, right?
I mean, she grew up around it. Her family is all wrestlers, and
So
I
it felt a
think
little
that-
forced on first, like,
Yeah.
this is Paige, you should love her.
but I think it's also the UK fans know that, so they're built-in fans of hers
Yep.
without being built up whatsoever.
It could be another NXT versus WWE type of thing where like they felt like it was okay to explain all that when she was in NXT, but because like Charlotte, we hear all about Ric Flair being her dad. They did that big thing at Takeover
Yeah.
with Natty versus. So maybe they just feel like for whatever reason it.
But that's on
doesn't work
NXT.
Raw.
Is they build up these people because they have so much more time to develop them, and they're not debuting 4 people at the same time. So.
Yeah, because Paige has only been on the roster for what?
A month.
God.
Well, WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania. So
2 months.
Not even 2 months.
2 months-ish.
I think we will hear her backstory eventually.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I said it right from the start. I did not like her getting the title. The first time show. Nothing against Paige. I just didn't like how it went down. And I don't know. I mean, she deserves. She's great. She's 21 and she's amazing.
Yeah.
I know she's very deserving.
I agree only because they were very much leading into Trinity winning the title. I mean, she was definitely making a vie for it, and then something weird happened. And
where has she been lately?
Is she pregnant?
I don't know.
Everyone's pregnant.
Everyone's pregnant. Season 3.
Naomi, Brie, Batista.
three divas and little babies on their way. I don't know, man. I would love to see Alicia Fox continue to chase the title because, Summer Rae. Although we didn't see Summer tonight at all. Her and
nope.
Layla
We didn't see Fandango or Layla.
Or on SmackDown. So. Yeah. Summer Rae is phenomenal. I think she's going to have a really good run soon.
Yeah. I don't think that they're going to take it away from Paige for at least another couple months.
I don't think they...
And it'll give her time to, slowly we'll be able to fall more in love with her because you'll see more of her story come out as people try to... I think right now this is Alicia Fox's time to shine. And once that they either have an end to it or they figure out something else for her, you'll hear more from Paige.
And Alicia Fox is one of those people, she doesn't need the title. She's already over.
She's had the title before.
Right, of course. I just want to see her have more time to show more insanity and more fun.
Yes, please.
Just give her that time. If she doesn't have to win the title, just give her that time. Allow her to poke the buttons of Paige.
She's the right kind of crazy.
Yeah. So far, no one's gotten under Paige's skin. No one's even tried to feud with her, really.
Right.
Set something up, some kind of feud where, Alicia's, just constantly being a pain in the ass, and Paige is like...
Yeah, bully the new kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is the reality era, though, because now I feel like Paige walks to the ring and she's smiling, and when she was at NXT, she was very, I'm the anti-diva. I don't want to be associated with you guys, and now she's kind of like, oh, yeah.
Well, maybe that's the direction they go with it. If she doesn't catch on, that she can get mad at the fans for not liking her and accepting her as the champion, And
yeah,
go back to
is
that
it because
kind of
I'm not the typical diva?
Right.
I dug the anti-diva thing. That was great.
I'm sure she will work that in eventually.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was the only Divas match of the evening. And actually, we mentioned NXT. I mean, Charlotte and Natty,
If you guys
tore
have
it
not
down.
watched TakeOver, watch it.
Yep.
So good.
Fantastic show.
Yeah. The whole thing, top to bottom, really.
And it was mostly all just great matches, one after the other.
Yeah.
Hey, anything involving Ric Flair, I'm in.
Yeah. It's because you're always at home eating a ribeye. All right. Luke Harper. No Bray tonight. Luke Harper gets into the camera's face and says, now we take up his cause. The Usos will suffer from their misdeeds and they will burn. Follow the buzzards. We're back from commercial. Apparently, no one told Zeb when to start talking. Because Zeb's in mid-sentence, which I love. I love that Zeb doesn't care.
Yep, just mid-racial slur.
Maybe they went longer on commercial because he said something inappropriate. They're like, no, hold on. Okay, now. Back.
I just love it. I love the fact that Zeb just doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's talking. Says that Adam Rhodes needs to leave and all the Woodstock hippies need to leave too because none of them have jobs, which leads to Jack Swagger and Adam Rose. This was all Adam Rose.
It was a squash for the most part, yeah.
And Rose looked great. I mean, dude is fast, dude's athletic, but man, Swagger got Nathan in there.
I'm shocked they haven't replaced Cesaro in The Real Americans.
Yeah, I don't know. There's someone.
They will eventually. I don't know that they need to yet. I feel like it would be a little bit rushed.
Because, I mean, The Real Americans never got the title. So I would love to see someone else come in, like you say, and give them a real run.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like Swagger is going to get lost to this jobber situation if they don't find somebody else to team him with.
As long as he's with Zeb, I don't think that he will.
I love Zeb.
I think that they're still going to have a place for him no matter what.
Zeb's like your uncle who lives an hour and a half away from your parents, and he tells you these stories that are always off color. Do you guys have these people? He reminds me of this certain type of guy.
I can see that.
He's the real Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. That is really true. Yeah, I agree, man. I would love to see the Real Americans have a thing. Like there's someone that would be a good fit. Because and I get it, Adam Rose is you know, he's doing his thing, but man, Swagger got nada tonight.
Yeah.
As good as Rose looked. He got a big whooping. And then it was a party.
And Swagger's just so much bigger than Rose. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm all about the Sin Cara type of characters that can come in and be zippy and whatnot, but for whatever reason, something about Rose, I'm like, I don't know. He couldn't get nothing against him? Come on. Give him a little something.
Nothing. And then Zeb, poor Zeb, what is he? I mean, just the look on his face afterwards, like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's all. I don't know. Very interesting.
This
Byron,
is the first week that we haven't seen Smiley in a while.
Yeah.
For Rosebud.
didn't take the trip to Indy.
No.
No Lemon tonight. Didn't need him. Did not need him.
That was a robust party
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Byron Saxton backstage with the Usos tonight, taking on the Wyatts. Usos went crazy they burned more calories in the backstage interview.
It was so crazy.
Yeah, nothing else needs to be said. Usos ain't going anywhere. It's going to get Uso crazy and wild. And say it, don't spray it.
They're not even in the ring, and they're like, ooh, and everyone in the crowd is like, so.
Yeah, right?
That's one team that was having some real trouble getting steam. If you think about, when was that? Maybe a year and a half ago or more. And I was really concerned what they were going to do with them. And now they just are so hot.
Well, I feel like they were used very inconsistently back then, though. They weren't used enough for people to really get behind them, maybe?
Yeah.
Do you recall? I don't know.
I think Total Divas helped them a lot.
Yeah.
Just the exposure, the pure exposure of it all.
It really does help. And they're good. They're nice dudes. They're likable guys.
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's also about creative writing something for you, because they were that good of wrestlers and that good on the mic before all of this, and I feel like fans did really like them, but they didn't have a push.
Yeah.
And being on Total Divas that then sparked creative to be like, okay, we need to use these guys to promote the show. So
Totes Divers push.
I think they hit the gym a little more too. They look leaner to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
their chant didn't work with the new music tonight. Like, it was a little bit off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Well, yeah.
But
they look good.
they look great.
I love that match.
Oh my God, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Usos versus the Wyatt family, sans Bray. I mean, you knew this was going to be insane. Because actually, without Bray there, it was really cool to see.
Oh, I loved it.
Right. Harper and Rowan. So many near falls. We had Harper through the second rope, which a man his size. Was he 6'9"? What is he?
He's big.
No.
God almighty.
He could be 8 feet. He looks huge.
Yeah. Through the second rope, takes out one Uso. The next thing you know, the other Uso flies over the top rope, takes him out. Super kick. Harper kicks out. Bunch of near falls. Eric Rowan gets some kind of sidewalk slam for the win. But I mean, that's just doesn't do it justice.
Well, my favorite thing is they let Harper speak, and I thought he did well, more than he's ever spoken.
He's good.
And my favorite thing about the Rowan is like a little mini story in there where at the beginning of the match, Rowan looked at the chair, and it looked like he was going to be weaker for Bray being gone. And then he finished the match powerfully. He won the match with a pin. And it's like they empowered him when it looked like in the beginning like they were going to weaken his character because he needed Bray. And I like that they actually built him up.
Were you guys surprised to see Cena win last night? I was. The match was, first off, how incredible was last night? For those guys to go through so many tables and then wrestle that match tonight,
Yeah.
kudos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they went all out. I know these are old references, but God, JBL said it tonight. He's like Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. I mean, those guys.
Very true.
The impact of those moves with the Usos, this just works together, and they don't take any little breaks within the match. Just go. Yeah.
And last night, I mean, that was everyone involved. Cena, Wyatt, Usos, Harper, everyone crushed that match last night.
Yeah.
And even the way it ended, I was surprised to see Cena win, but the way it ended was still pretty cool, too.
Yeah, it was a great finish. I wasn't happy with who the winner was, but I don't. Hopefully this is going a while, because otherwise I don't know what's going on.
I don't think it's done,
No,
which is
me
why
neither.
I'm okay with the ending. If Cena wins again, that's cool because maybe the master plan's not.
Right.
Yeah. And good to give him the night off as well, because then you could take a breather from Bray and Cena, and Cena has Kane to deal with, and the Usos get their moment with the Wyatts, and I don't know. I like how it's going. I was shocked as well that Bray didn't win.
It makes sense story-wise for Bray to be that obsessed with getting to Cena.
Yeah,
For a
because
long time.
the whole universe is. I mean, he's got to be their spokesperson.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, this match was just match of the night, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Because it really wasn't. There really was no main event match tonight, to be honest with you. So yeah, I mean, this was essentially the main event, and the Wyatt family, they came out on top. So over the tag champs. Boom.
Yeah, so hopefully they get a title shot pretty soon.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'd like to see those guys with the title.
Can you imagine a ladder match or something? Money in the Bank. Jesus.
Oh boy.
What do you think would happen if they had the title and Bray had nothing?
I think they got to be the guys that like kind of carry the title of the ring like it's nothing, like not around their waist, you know?
Right.
It
Like
doesn't-
this means nothing. To
Yeah,
them.
like we're badass, but we don't really
But
need
then
it.
does it
Like they eat
devalue
eggs off
the
it and
belt?
stuff.
Because it fits their character so well, I don't think so.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Like they eat their breakfast in the morning off it. Don't wash it.
Yeah. They're like,
And then
"Look,"
you could have whatever tag team is vying for the titles after them say, you guys don't value this, so,
Right.
you know, have a worthy champion.
their power is in that you don't have it, not that they have it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's
Fair enough.
No doubt about that. Moving on, Money in the Bank ladder qualifying match. Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. You know, you would think right away this has match of the night potential until the ending. Yeah. Dale, what are your thoughts on the match, Dale?
No, they're just stupid.
Dale,
Fine. No, it's fine.
can you get a little more in depth?
I just hate it, Johnny.
Can you get a little more in depth on your notes, Dale, for the match? Alberto
yeah.
Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. What happened?
The old guy in the crowd who caught Ziggler's shirt sniffed it.
Bad start.
That happened.
That happened.
Bad start to begin with.
And that was the best part of the match.
I know. Guys, I am at a loss for words on how Dolph Ziggler is not going to be in a Money in the Bank ladder match. A loss for words.
the only answer I have is that they're gonna keep him down that long, so when the big push comes, it's that more impactful.
How long is that? 4 to 5 years?
Yeah. Until not whoever. The
Are they
next
waiting for his
president is.
DDP push, like when he's 39? I mean,
Wow, yeah.
you know?
I know.
It's weird. If you think about it, it was maybe only a year ago that Ziggler was appearing on the card twice in a pay-per-view. On numerous pay-per-views.
Well, he won the title the day after WrestleMania 29, right?
Yes.
So we're just, 14 months.
But I think they're so aware. WWE is so aware that fans feel like this, so they're grinding it out, ringing the.
It's like a mini Daniel Bryan.
I think they're also probably worried about the fact that he got 2 concussions in the past year.
Yeah.
So they're
Sure.
trying to give him a little bit of
Sure.
a break before,
Right.
or, if they're going to do something.
Well, the rumor is that they tell him to take it easy, and he won't in the ring.
So they probably get mad at that.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah.
does want to show off, no
He's
pun
always-
intended, but
He's always been one to defy authority, kind of. But man, how do you not have him in a? Maybe he'll get another chance to be in the Money in the Bank. I don't know though. Or maybe he'll have a title shot at.
Intercontinental or US.
Maybe. I'm looking for something positive.
Yeah.
I know that's the thing you got to
Keep looking,
Be
Johnny.
an optimist point of view on that.
So overall thoughts on ADR winning and being in the Money in the Bank ladder match instead of Dolph Ziggler,
he is the #1 export from Mexico.
Actually,
or is he? Patrick,
Ziggler is also the #1
electronical
escort from
equipment.
Mexico.
show us what you
Export from Mexico.
show us what you looked up on your
Number one
phone.
escort from Mexico. Well, during the broadcast, we looked at what were the actual top exports from Mexico, and I know #1 was electronical equipment, and Sin Cara or ADR is not that. And number 10 was vegetables. 2 through 9, I don't recall.
Not any specific vegetables.
Vegetables.
Just vegetables.
they might have that all inclusive to include, Marijuana.
Vegetables. That's not a vegetable. That's just a plant. I don't know. I would surmise this match by saying.
There you go.
Yep.
ADR, you know what? It's fine. You want to push ADR, that's great. But give him something to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's Ricardo? He's sitting at the table. I get it.
Well, the past.
He's sitting at the table and he's El Local.
Yes, he is.
Well,
NXT. But I mean, the past month, weren't all the rumors like, oh, ADR is on his way out and he's kind of over it? So, all right. But,
Maybe they're just waiting until his contract ends, but then you would push someone else.
yeah.
Give that opportunity to.
I would put him in a feud where the deciding match is he kind of bets his fortune. And he loses it to the other guy, and the other guy almost takes on his gimmick.
he loses it to Ricardo.
And then he gets all not haggard, but like, I say, like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Just to alter the characters.
He goes like
somehow.
sad Bruce Wayne style.
Yeah.
Takes odd jobs.
Yeah.
Like he's someone's lackey for a little bit.
There you go.
He has to sell popcorn and soda through the crowd.
Didn't he do that in Slam City?
What did he do on Slam
He had to do
City?
some kind of customer
he was
service.
a cappuccino something.
There you go, yeah. He has to do
He
a
has to
Slam
do
City
all
character.
The jobs of Slam City.
There you go.
See, I'd be into that.
That's something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Any hoozles. Backstage, we see Cody talking with Goldust as we go to commercial break. We come back, Rybaxel's in the ring, but Cody has handpicked Goldust a partner, and we all can't wait to see who it is. And then it's Sin Cara. So then they have a
Mexico's
match.
#1 export.
Yeah, as according to JBL. A lot of good exports.
JBL's notes got shuffled during this match, and he was back on ADR, and he was like, crap. Oh, well.
Oh, wait. Well,
whatever.
They got 2 good exports, Michael.
What were they? I'm going to look them up.
Yeah, please do. Look up those.
Vegetables is my favorite thing.
Okay.
We'll briefly discuss this match. So you got him?
Do you want to hear them? 2 to 9. Well, we got electronic equipment, vehicles, machinery, mineral fuels, optical. This is getting more and more boring.
Where's Sin Cara and ADR?
Pearls, precious stones. El Torito, furniture, plastics, iron or steel, and vegetables.
And what's
What about
number 1?
Cerveza?
Yeah, right?
Electronic equipment.
What about Dos Equis?
Yeah.
That's probably American.
No. Sorry.
What's number 1 again? Electronic
Equipment.
Like,
Who made this list?
Are we talking about
78 billion?
Are we talking about like a boombox? What are we talking about? Electronic equipment?
It's a short.
A boombox, Johnny.
Like a Walkman? What are we talking about here?
That's why it's #1 is because it's everything.
It's everything, yeah.
So it's all encompassing.
You can say electronics and vegetables. This list is not that great.
That's why, because he's only one person, so he can't be the #1 export.
But he could be one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a piece of a thing.
You know, he's the #2 export. He was Goldust's partner tonight, and you know, once again, not much. Rybaxel in control for most of it. Sin Cara goes for a swanton, misses it. Axel finishes him off for the win. Goldust looking disappointed. Cody watching from backstage, like, well, I guess he's not a better partner than me.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to continue the storyline at all. To me, I thought either they should either have Goldie get pinned, so it's like, oh, it's my brother that's the problem, not me, or have them win so that he does fall down into this hole more.
Do that on SmackDown.
But to have Sin Cara be pinned, just what does that prove?
Or it could continue where every single week he finds him a new partner, and that partner keeps losing until finally he's like, "Come on, man." Maybe.
To
what?
I don't know. What does that point
They just team back up. I have
you
no
have
idea.
Bad team people.
You guys don't work well together.
Yeah.
I wanted them to fight so that you could have brother and brother.
Yeah,
I know.
That's what we were thinking for SummerSlam.
I just feel like Sin Cara getting pinned is the only option that doesn't help the storyline out.
Yeah.
So I don't normally complain this much, but I'm just saying this episode had some things.
Well, the way Raw ended, I think it all left us a little bit.
Yeah, they were very focused on the ending to Raw, I believe.
Yeah.
And the rest may have fell to the wayside.
It all put us in a little bit of a tiff to start off the Raw. You know, which we're getting to.
Oh, I
very
like
soon.
a good heel turn.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Lana hits the ramp with another suit that looks like body paint.
Das vidanya.
Yes. Do you know what that means? Probably pay attention. I don't know. What does it mean?
Means
good day.
Yeah. Good day, Gabna. That's what it means, I believe. In Russian, of course. I like how she actually kind of gets into it with the crowd a little bit. It's like, stop your USA chants, shut up. She calls Edward Snowden a hero, and Vladimir Putin the greatest leader of all time. And I don't think the crowd knows either one of them. But, you know.
Yeah, they know at least.
They know Putin because of
just from the last month
Yeah.
of her coming out.
They know Putin's stupid face. That's about it. Like, who's the guy that looks like a white chihuahua? Doesn't his face look just like...
It is a little squished.
It is a big time squished. Rusev comes out with a suit. He is the man suit version of Lana's.
Tight T-shirt.
Yeah, how about that?
Same pinstripes.
It was odd.
Like they're cut
They
from
planned
the
it,
same
right?
cloth.
The joke that Cathy was waiting for King to make.
Yep. They liked the way they looked. Guaranteed it.
Yeah, there's a lot of throwback elements to that whole angle.
Dude, how bad did we want Nikolai Volkov to be involved somehow?
Yep.
God, come on.
Just come out and sing that anthem.
I mean,
is it a different anthem because of how much Soviet Union has changed since then?
That's a good question.
You know, we'll look that up.
The Soviet Union has changed.
Oh God.
I do think it's pretty on the nose for these guys to have this particular angle while Russia is such a hot point of the media. I think it's pretty...
I mean, we just came off the Olympics there.
Yeah,
Sure.
and all the trouble
everything else,
and with the Ukraine. I mean, I just feel like this is a really...
It's
And I
smart
think their
of them.
thinking is
Smart,
they're in
yeah.
Indiana. That's heartland, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So they tried to strike a chord there.
America.
Yeah, very America. America.
It was. So Rusev gets on like a sweet podium, like he's going to win a gold medal. And then some guy who I guess had the best Russian accent of the three on stage in the ring.
Which is not saying too much.
Saying too much. Like,
Cathy could have helped him out.
go ahead, Kath.
Who is this? No, I can't do it. I was so
What
good
were you
at it.
saying? Who is this John Rambo? Like, what were you about to
I
say?
don't know. I was gonna say who's this extra that they hired that doesn't speak Russian.
Yeah, I know. Not a lot there.
It was
but,
on purpose.
She was really good
Yeah.
off camera, guys.
Yeah, that's a great impersonation
Camera
earlier.
shy.
This one camera shot. Are you kidding me? Good God Almighty. The Cathys even speak Russian, for God's sake.
Oh boy.
So he gets a real nice star medallion. I'm not sure what the star symbolizes. Something with Russia. I don't know. I forget.
He got a gold star.
Yeah, gold star. And then the Russian national anthem sings, and that's it. Nobody comes out. How do you have a ceremony like that and no American ruins it?
I don't know what happened. I thought this was gonna.
Yeah, and they've had. I mean, at Takeover they had Mojo Rawley
yeah.
run down with a flag, and then last night they had
Big
Big
E.
E run down to the flag. Like it just seemed like a missed opportunity.
Is the Big E thing over?
Why? So this was like a real ceremony? Like I don't understand that this wasn't a setup for nothing.
I thought they said they were trying to sell it as a real thing, like it's something.
Yeah, like
I was reading the caption. It was something
Putin
like,
has
You get
only
a gold
given away one gold star previously to a kindergarten class. It turns out.
But maybe they're setting it up for the future where he's very in your face with it, and it's another thing to add the championship belts, like when DiBiase had the $1 million belt. Just something else for people to fight over.
Right.
You know, like
I
give it a
mean,
shot.
if the Big E thing's over, man, that didn't last very long.
Yeah. I mean, what is he gonna say? Like, oh yeah, you got a belt, but I got this necklace.
It's a star.
Yeah, I don't.
Is there anyone on the roster that you think can give Rusev a good feud right now? I would think Big E is one of them, but maybe they don't believe so. Big
Well,
Show? I mean,
The match didn't go that long last
No.
night, so I wouldn't call that a good feud.
considering Big E is not far removed from winning the IC title,
Yeah, and they
Damn.
have the same stature. Like they look like hosses.
If they're gonna make Ziggler job, I'd at least like him to see that him to, I don't know.
Just keep trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against Rusev or something.
Do they go face Real American for a minute so Swagger can feud with Rusev?
I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
Zeb and Lana
Yeah.
going at it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How are they not feuding? If you think
Right.
about it,
Well, they're all heels.
I know, but
Well, but there's this gray area now, so.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a weird thing about these like beast pushes, though, is that it's hard to envision anyone being a good feud because every match is like 2 minutes. So it's
Exactly.
like, well, what is a good feud if it's not gonna have time in the ring? I don't know.
Lesnar. I don't know.
Lesnar.
I would love a Jack Swagger Rusev feud with Zeb and Lana going at it, and that would get Swagger so over. Because honestly, they're kind of apathetic towards Rusev. They like Lana for obvious reasons.
Personality.
Sure. But that would get, maybe I'm wrong.
Bilingual.
I don't know what the audience thinks, but that would be a really cool way to get Swagger over because people already love Zeb. Dude, you go up against Rusev in Russia. How entertaining would that be?
I dig it.
And then people would actually be chanting USA.
And Swagger can physically match up with Rusev in many ways.
Everyone would chant "We the People."
Wait a second. Doesn't Swagger have a medal of some sort?
He did that whole lot of trophies. He had that angle when
he's a college
So from his
champion.
actual
it was a long time ago.
star versus medal.
He was an Oklahoma superstar in like wrestling and stuff. So I mean, that's
Turn him for this one. one
Yeah.
feud.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
and what's more America than SummerSlam? Come on now.
True.
I don't, summertime,
Sure.
barbecues, summer.
You know, America has
Because-
several seasons.
No other country has summer. We are the only country that has summer. Do you understand?
Summer's exclusive to
Yes.
Yeah.
so-
That's why we're the greatest country in the world. We only have summer. That's it.
Yeah, beach balls.
Yeah.
Family's
Take
over.
that, Bermuda, with your summer all year long.
Los Angeles is summer year round.
Kathy.
Kathy, you're not helping.
helping.
You're not helping.
Hot dogs. Yeah.
I'm calling it here. Swagger, Rusev, SummerSlam,
Bam.
booking stuff. Let's do this. Moving on. The Shield hits the ring. They're all amped up. They swept the damn Evolution last night. They say we're brothers standing here in this ring, so Randy, come out here, let me break your jaw with the symbol of excellence, says Roman Reigns. Randy Orton comes out with Triple H holding a sledgehammer. And we think, well, they're in trouble. Shield's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Plan B is always the sledgehammer.
And the brotherhood sticks together.
Right. And Triple H says, tonight is Plan B. Well, I'm thinking, like you said, Plan B, sledgehammer. Okay.
I thought Plan B because all her references had to do with pregnancy again. No.
You know what? It's
okay.
Yeah, it might be.
We've gotten you all pregnant.
Plan B.
You have to quit.
Plan Batista.
Right?
He's like, surprise, I didn't quit, and knocks him from the
Yeah.
back.
I mean, that was a good. I mean, that would have been cool too.
Yeah.
Obviously different than what happened.
Yeah. But he says tonight's Plan B. There's always a Plan B. Keep in mind that when the Shield saw the sledgehammer, Seth Rollins ran out of the ring to grab a steel chair as an equalizer. Well, when Triple H says there's always a Plan B, Seth Rollins attacks Roman Reigns.
Well, Roman Reigns and Ambrose stepped forward
Right.
to face them, and then Rollins didn't.
No, Rollins slams Roman Reigns in the back with a chair, then proceeds to destroy Dean Ambrose, curb stomp on the chair. Then he does the same thing. Actually, Randy Orton ends up RKOing Roman Reigns in the chair, and we saw Roman Reigns' back. By God,
Yeah.
I hate this.
So
I hate it so much.
Oh, I loved it.
we were in the screening room, and afterwards, I walked out, and there were a couple of people who don't watch wrestling right outside, and they're like, "What just happened? You guys were all screaming."
We kind of popped in the room. Yep.
It has been so long since a really effective,
Surprise.
shocking
Yeah.
heel turn that this, as much as I love the Shield and really could see them going on for another
Yeah.
year, was amazing
Well,
to have.
that's the thing is we've been calling this for so long that they were going to break up, going to break up, but they seemed so strong the last month that we were all duped because we thought that they had other plans for them at this point.
Yeah. And I would say 90% of the rumors, though, are Reigns or Ambrose turning heels. So
Yeah.
that's
True.
That's
consciously
true.
we're like, we're going Rollins. It's tough to, a guy who does high spots like that, like him off the Titantron last night, it's really tough to get a crowd against that guy. Even when the Hardys were doing that, and Edge and Christian were heels,
Right.
it's because their nemesis also did it. So they were able to root for the Hardys against Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
I
In
wonder
this
if his
case,
style's going to change now
yeah.
that he's heel.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things we were thinking about tonight. Like, one of the ideas we had before the show was, oh, maybe the Shield hits the ring and they say, you know what, we've done everything we came out to do. Let's all just go our separate ways.
Right.
Or maybe Evolution would say, hey, we're not done with you. We all want you individually one-on-one. I didn't plan on Batista quitting, And if anyone was going heel, I certainly did not. I did not expect that.
No.
I thought it would be Ambrose.
Yeah.
But I like that they, they really showed some balls because that spot he did last night, it just made him that much more likable. And then they go, next night we're turning him heel.
And
he's a super spy. If he was going over the ropes and murdering them like that, and then is their best friend the next night.
And then when do you have someone, a team, sweep the entire thing and then break up the next night? I mean, it just...
That's the question is...
Why would he turn against them if they're on top?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder how much this was thought out ahead of time. I hope they come up with a good reason as to why Rollins did that.
I mean, it's probably Triple H offers him like, oh, you're probably sick of being with 2 other guys.
Right.
You're the star.
Yeah.
Like you should be in the
individual success versus
world heavyweight, title position or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Triple H can offer him anything. So
basically, you never trust a guy with a blonde streak and a different colored beard.
That's true. Whoa!
Good advice.
And the show's almost over.
Brotherhood, guys.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm following you to your car.
It's almost heel turn time. Yeah, I gotta hand it to him. This was completely unexpected, and we all popped big time in the room.
Bananas.
And not in a good way. I was like, oh no! Like I didn't want to see that.
Mixed emotions.
I don't want it.
At the time.
I love what the Shield was doing. I think it's brilliant. I think it's great, but I love what the Shield was doing. I want to know.
But we had said this before. Now, so they went through the Wyatts and they went through Evolution. What was another 3-man feud that they could have? They would have to make some new group or whatever.
Right.
So this was the opportune time to do it storytelling-wise.
I get it. But the question is, I would love to know what the reason is. Will we get a reason on SmackDown? They'll probably save it for Raw.
Oh, yeah.
But I would love to know what the reasoning behind it is, because they just took out Evolution. They're already on the top of the world. What can Triple H possibly offer you?
Money.
Anything.
Or a title shot.
Title, money, vacation, 401k.
I mean...
Or Rollins just saying, I did the spot off the Titantron. The next night you put Reigns in the main event.
And, I mean, he can also say, going back to a month or two ago and being like, you were the reason why we were losing so much, and I was really the clear, I didn't need you guys, so...
Yeah, I'm the star here.
Yeah.
And they brought up a good point on the after show last night on WWE, the network. I don't know if it was Alex Riley that said it, I believe it was, that, in both pay-per-view matches, Rollins was really the turning point. Both of those crazy high spots turned the tide in the favor of the Shield.
Yep.
He was really the MVP of those in those moments.
Right.
Yeah.
So really setting things up.
Even going back to their history in NXT, you probably know more about this than I do, but for him to even play the angle of, they play out Reigns as the chosen one, his heritage, all his relative wrestlers. I was the champ.
That's true.
I earned the spot.
He was.
That angle could be played.
Yeah.
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 A lot of
How many people
ways.
have as many hair colors as him in the Shield? He's got the most.
Nope.
That's very true.
Wow.
So that alone.
What a way to end it.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Great.
And can you imagine Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins in a match? Holy
that's
crud.
good.
Oh, man.
A healthy Daniel Bryan, fingers crossed. I don't know. I mean, obviously not at Money in the Bank, but...
Anytime SummerSlam doesn't get more American than Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan.
No, or Summer, because that's our thing. Sorry, UK. Summer's our thing.
Throw some pay-per-view on the Barbie.
Enjoy the rain. Would you like some more rain with your rain?
I think it's time to go.
I think it is too. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the turn at the end? I consider myself a fairly well thought out person. I didn't see it coming. I don't think any of us did.
Didn't see it.
No. There was no way. Nobody saw that coming.
No.
And especially since they just broke up Cody Rhodes and Goldust, I didn't see another breakup.
An evolution.
Yeah.
I mean, they kept saying,
On the top
one
of
of
the
these
show.
two groups isn't going to be on Raw.
Yeah.
And so when Batista leaves the top of the show, you're not thinking about the Shield
Dude,
breaking up.
Well done. I mean, that's the best. I'm trying to think of what's the best heel turn before that, and I can't think of anything offhand, but that was a good one. Classic. Which you don't get those much anymore. It's really hard. Really hard to get those.
Yeah.
So, wow. The people in Indianapolis, they got a memory to go home with. And a couple chair shots to boot. Cathy, put yourself over.
You can find me on Twitter at Cathy Kelley. You can find me here doing a bunch of different shows. I have a new Chatting with Cathy episode tomorrow.
All right.
So check that out.
Dale!
Hey, I am The Walking Dale on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me and Johnny on Nerdist.com on the Wrestling Compadres Slamcast.
That's right. Trick Sully!
At Trick Sully, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram.
And his name is Patrick O'Sullivan. Once again, at Wrestling Buzz with Dale every single week with Booker T. Also, shop.rooftopcomedy.com for my comedy album. And if you live in Arizona, I'm doing shows in you June 13th and 14th in Scottsdale.
Please change the wording of
I'm doing shows on your city. I'm doing shows on your city.
Arizona's pregnant?
Yeah. Plan B. Scottsdale, Arizona, June 13th, 14th. I'm coming to your city. Hit me up online, and I would love to see you there. Good night, everybody.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.